everybody, welcome back. Today we are talking about hiring your first employee. So exciting. First, we're going to stop and just say this does not contain legal advice. There are definitely places when you're considering hiring that you will want to consult an attorney. Please don't take this as all-encompassing advice. We're tax pros. This is from a tax perspective. First of all, before you do anything, stop and consider if you need to hire. If you're just needing some help with a particular project, if you're not sure if you're going to keep someone long-term, consider a temp agency. They are a great opportunity for you to have somebody on your team for a little while. You do end up paying an extra premium on top of the hourly rate that you would pay directly, but you don't have all of the administrative headaches of all of the payroll taxes and all of the things about being an employer. With temp agencies, often if it's not working out, you can tell the agency that you need someone else or that you're terminating the contract without any repercussions. So that's a great first option. Also consider legitimate subcontract relationships. Be careful because there is certainly a line between an independent contractor and an employee, and you can't just say that someone working for you is an independent contractor and make it be so. Washington State did put together a very nice little bulleted list to give an overview of who an independent contractor might be. Most importantly, that they are in business for themselves. They have a business license. They're independently licensed, bonded, and insured. Usually they have their own marketing. They have their own website. They keep their own records like a business owner. So those are all really important things. It's not an all-inclusive list. So definitely if you're in a situation where you're not sure if someone that you want to bring on would be an independent contractor or an employee, definitely seek professional guidance. So if you've decided you are going to hire, the very first thing to do in Washington State is update your business license at dor.wa.gov. That creates those accounts that you need with Employment Security and with the Department of Labor and Industries. So do this as soon as you think that you're going to hire. It takes them right now a very long time to process those applications and to get you your ID numbers that you need in order to set up a payroll system. Also consider before you submit that updated business license if you will need a minor work permit. So if you're planning to have kids under 18 working in your business, you'll need that minor work permit endorsement on your license. You really need to be aware of what hours those kids are allowed to work, how many hours they're allowed to work in a week, how late they can work, what kinds of duties they can perform, because they are pretty specific, and that information can be found on the LNI website. Also note that the school and the parents have to sign off. There's a form for that also on the LNI website. If you want to hire a kid under 14, generally comes up if it's your own kid. It does require court permission, so definitely be aware of that. So now that you've hired an employee, what forms do you need them to fill out? Again, from a tax perspective, you need their W-4, which lets you know how to set up payroll tax withholding. You need Form I-9 from them. It's a form that you fill out and they fill out. They attest that they are legal to work here in the United States. You need to see the documents that prove that they're legal to work in the U.S., and you fill out a portion of the form as well that shows what forms that you saw, what documents you saw, what the expiration dates were. Definitely consult an attorney in this instance about what contracts you might want your employee to sign, whether it's a non-disclosure or a employment contract, any sort of contract. Those things are legal. You need to talk to an attorney about that. Once you have somebody hired, there is also a new hire report that's required to DSHS. If you use a payroll company, they will often do that filing for you. So do you need to provide time off? Yes. In Washington State, sick leave is required. The city of Seattle and perhaps some other cities, there are more requirements, but statewide, you're required as an employer to provide an hour of paid sick leave for every 40 hours that an employee works. So if you have a part-time employee working 20 hours a week, they're going to accrue a half an hour a week. So it definitely increases the more that they're working. They start accruing immediately, but you can have a waiting period before they can start using it. And at the end of the year, you're required to allow them to carry over at least 40 hours if they've accrued that much. If they leave, you're not required to pay it out. And you're always welcome to provide a more generous paid time off program, provide more leave, allow them to take it sooner, let them carry over more. This is just the minimum. So vacation time, holidays, you're not required to pay those things, but they're certainly a good recruiting tool. People tend to stick around with employers that give them time off. Definitely make sure that you have been clear about what your holiday policy is, so that your employees know when a holiday is coming up. Are they going to get paid? Or are they not going to get paid? Are you open? Or are you not open? Those things are important to have clarity with your employees. How much do you have to pay? $15.74 is Washington State's minimum wage for 2023. But again, Seattle is higher. Definitely be aware of what the rules are in your particular city. And be aware that overtime is required if your employee works more than 40 hours within your scheduled work week. So if your scheduled work week is Monday to Sunday and they work over 40 hours in that 7-day period, everything over 40 hours is paid out at time and a half. So what taxes do you have to pay as an employer? You match 7.65% of the employee's wages for Social Security and Medicare withholding. You pay into Washington State Unemployment and Labor and Industries. Part of LNI can be paid through the employee's paycheck, but the majority of it is an employer tax. Federal unemployment as well, which is minimal. It's generally $42 a year per employee max, so that one's not much. You would also find, if you were filing all of your own payroll tax filings every quarter, that you would also be paying into Washington Paid Family Medical Leave. However, that entirely is employee funded, so it comes out of their checks. Employers are not required to match as long as they're small employers. The Washington Cares Long-Term Care Program will be back again July 1st, so those premiums also will be coming out of employees' checks, and you will be paying that to the state every quarter. More information on that is available online, and you can reach out, let us know, we can get you the right link. So managing all of these filings. Quarterly, you're filing with, again, unemployment and LNI and paid family medical leave, and then soon the Washington Cares Program again, and the IRS. And then every year you're doing the W-2s and the federal unemployment form. It's a lot of filings to keep track of, a lot of potential penalties for filing late or missing a filing. So please, please, please use a payroll company. It's worth the monthly fee. Be aware that not all payroll companies support Washington LNI. There are some offerings by some of the biggest payroll companies that do not include Washington LNI, so definitely be aware of whether or not they're going to file that for you. We partner with Gusto, an online payroll company, because they handled COVID changes very well. We've had good experiences with them, so we use Gusto exclusively for our clients at this point. Did I miss any questions that you may have about hiring your first employee? Definitely let me know, and let me know if you have any ideas of other things that we should cover. Have a great day.